latter times as well in the earth. You know why? Because that's the time that we living in, man. All right, the time that we living in is the time of Jacob. You know, Jacob represents so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Okay, and many great miseries is the time that we living in, man. Because there's a food shortage. There's a lack of food. Okay, when you go in the supermarkets, you go into the Walgreens, you go into these places, man. There's a lack of food. I was with the brother in Columbus, Ohio, and we went to the chicken spot, to get some chicken, and then the nigga woman behind the counter talking about y'all can only order a certain amount of chicken. Why? Because it's a lack of food, man. The food supplies are not coming in how they used to. Okay? The scriptures speak about a famine, the 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. Okay? But a lot of great miseries are going to come on these people in the latter times. What times are we living in? We live in the latter times, the end times. Hey, Shalom, Chicago. The end times. And when did the end times start? A little bit over 2,000 years ago, when Yahweh Shah was crucified on that tree, man. That started the end times, man. Okay? Then you can go to 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 9th verse, man, and the 10th verse. It tells you Esau is the end of the world. Who's Esau? Esau is the so-called white man. That's his biblical name. Okay? And Jacob, who's Jacob? Jacob represents the 12 tribes of Israel. Start with Yahweh Shai coming back to take his kingdom. It's the beginning of it that followed. Okay? So Esau, he's gonna go down. He's the end of his rulership. That's why he's doing everything in his power to make his rulership continue, man. What is he gonna bring? Great wrath. Revelation's 12th chapter, man. But Satan, which is a so-called white man, which means adversary, shall come down with great wrath. So many miseries. But who's moving the mind of the so-called white man to bring this great misery? Yahweh Shai. Okay?
For many great men, he said the judges in the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
Because why? Because they have walked in great pride, man. You should see the people, man. They're walking up and down, man. They got their head in the sky, man. Black women shaking a goddamn funky stuff box around, man. You got the LGBT community, man. All right? You got people that believe that in this day and age, the Lord is a so-called white man, man. Okay? Look at the so-called white man. He's walking around proud, man, like he's above everybody. Look at the nations, man. Okay? They get businesses in the black neighborhoods, man. And they look down on the 12 tribes in Israel, man. So people walk around with great pride. Here it is, the perfect Lord out here telling them destruction of America. Repent. Okay? I'm talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They don't want to hear it, man. It's like they're slapping the hand of Yahweh Shai away, man. You know why? So they gonna get it because they're great fucking proud. So just proud, man. And then they're proud for no reason at all, man. You live in the ghettos and the fucking slums. What the hell you got to be proud about, man? Okay? All right? You're the bottom of the totem pole amongst all the nations of the earth. What the hell you got to be proud about? Okay? Go ahead.
Check it out. This is book of Isaiah 2:11. It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua alone shall be exalted in that day.
Break it down.
Yeah, right. So it says what? The haughty looks. So they don't want to talk about the pride of these people. And what Yahweh Shah is coming to do is humble this earth, man. You see? It's going to be shown that you people, what it says, why is earth and ashes proud? Right? It's going to be manifested, man. You see? While all you people walking around with your nose up high, there's no reason to walk as such. It's verse 12. It says, for the day of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, Lord of hosts, shall be upon every one that is proud and lofty, and upon every one that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low.
Wait a minute now. Who's the prime example of that? So-called white man, man. He's the prime example of pride, man. Okay? Because he speaks things against the Most High, man. So he's going to be put down low, man. He's going to end up chains, baby. Now, I'm talking about not the regular peon, so-called white person. Yeah, they're proud too. I'm talking about the elites, the international bankers, the small hats, man. Okay? They're super duper extraordinarily galactically proud, man. Okay? Why? Because they're in the seat of power, man. They got all the shekels, which is the gold. They make the laws. They got all the people running around according to what? Their laws that their unrighteous decrees that they set up. You know what I'm saying? You know? They can pester the men of the Lord, like take down the video. You see what I'm saying? You know, so the prime example of that is Esau, man, the so-called white woman, man, and the heathen nations. All right? They're proud too, because they got their nation, they got their armies. You know what I'm saying? So they on high too. They're proud too, man. But guess what? The Hawa Bahashim and Hawakai will bring everyone that's proud down, man.
Yeah, bring it up. This is Ezekiel chapter 21, verse 26. It says, "Thus saith the Lord power, remove the diadem and take off the crown. This shall not be the same. Exalt him that is low, and abase him that is high." All right, so when the Lord comes, whoever is high and whoever is proud, because they thought their way, all right, was better than the Lord's. See, people establish their own righteousness, right, and they don't submit to the righteousness of the Most High God. That's proud right there. Yeah. When you think that your way is more wiser, more, healthier and more powerful than the Most High God. Right. When you don't roll with His way, you're proud, man. You know, that's why it says to rend our heart and not our garments. Right. All right. And the Israelites' garments is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So those that humble themselves to the Most High's will, to the Most High's righteousness, those are the ones that's going to be exalted when He comes, because they humble themselves. Right.
Just going back to the Isaiah, it says, "What the day of the Lord, the day of the coming of our Lord, that destruction that's going to be brought upon this place." It says, "What? It shall be upon all those that are proud."
Yeah.
So when the Lord comes here, anybody that's puffed up, you're getting all the smoke, man.
That's it.
Just like what happened if my baby. This is the book of 2 Maccabees 9. And I'm going to start at 5. It says, "But the Lord Almighty," now when you read up within this chapter, this is going into Antiochus, man, right? And it's going to explain about the pride that this devil had. Well, the elder mentioned about the elites. They got this same type of pride within them, man. This verse 5. It says, "But the Lord Almighty, the power of Israel, smote him with an incurable and invisible plague. For as soon as he had spoken these words, a pain of the bowels that was remediless came upon him, and sore torments of the inner part." Remediless. And the same thing about Babylon. It says we would have healed them, but forsake her, man. So this plague that's going on here in America is not going to be healed. It's remediless, man. Like we just read.
Hey, remediless. Man, no remedy.
It says, verse 6, "And that most justly, for he has tormented other men's bowels with many and strange torments."
Yeah, because under his leadership over Israel at that time, was an Antiochus Epiphanes, right? I think it was the third or the fourth. What did he do? He killed the women that were circumcised in the temples, that are male sons, right? You know? He told them not to follow the law, but follow after the Greek thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You know? He said, what? Hang the babies by their neck. I mean, listen, you wait till Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh try to take the reins off of Esau, man. I'm talking about the wicked elite. You know? The scripture say there shall be like mad and sparing none. 2 Timothy 16, about the 7th verse, man. You wait, man. What does scripture say? The sword is sharpened. It's being furnished. Who who's the Most High Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh God's sword, the so-called white man Esau, man. And he has weapons that nobody's ever seen before, man. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
This verse 7. It says, howbeit he nothing at all ceased from his bragging, but was still filled with pride, breathing out fire in his rage against the Jews, and commanding to haste the journey. But it came to pass that he fell down from his chariot, carried violently, so that having a sore fall, all the members of his body were much pain. So the Lord caused him to fall out of his chariot while he was on his way to come afflict us, right? It says, verse 8, and thus he that a little afore thought he might command the waves of the sea, so proud was he beyond the condition of man. So look how proud this devil was, man. And it's the same pride that's filling these elites today. Because look what's happening. They got their heart programs where they're able to control the weather. They think they God, man. Look at their technology. They're able to give people sight. They're able to make deaf people to hear. People that lost limbs, they're able to move with prosthetic limbs and things, man. This dude think he's God. What did the Lord say, man, in Ezekiel 28 chapter? Are you going to say that you die before the face of him that slayeth thee, man? See, the Lord is going to come take this devil down and show that he's nothing but a beast. And all those people with that proud mentality, hey, you gonna pay, like we read in Isaiah the 2nd chapter, right? So it says, so proud was he beyond the condition of man, and weighed the high mountains in a balance, was now cast on the ground and carried in a horse litter, showing forth unto all the manifest power of God. And that's what's gonna happen to America. It's going to be the manifest power of Yahweh Basham Yahushua that's going to show forth itself when this devil goes down, man. That's what the Lord said, for this reason have I raised up Pharaoh, so that I might show my might in thee, man. You know?
Psalm 37:7, to rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who brings wicked devices to pass, man. Hey, we can't be concerned about how we saw technology advancement, how we try to prepare for an order, man. Right? We're going to come to a certain level, all right? We're not going to go past that level, man. We're going to try to use all the secret for this, remote TV. All right, you're going to try to play on your emotions. All right, when it comes to taking that implementation inside your skin, where you're able to walk, where you're able to see. All right, and just when you do those things, hey, doesn't mean that he's going to prosper forever, man. And because of those things is the reason why God going to bring him down, man, because of his pride, man.
Yeah, so it's artificial.
Artificial.
You know, it's synthetic. You know, anything that's not what did Gamaliel say? See, Esau's his counsel and what he's trying to build is not of the Most High. It said, if it be of men, it shall come to naught. And it's going to show forth itself, man. You know, that this devil plans and everything he got is against the will of Yahweh. Well, I'm going to put it this way. It's against the will of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, but it's written that way. Right. And I hope I make sense in what I said, man. You know?
Oh, yeah, but we saw those are basic scriptures, man.
This is Proverbs 16, verse 17. The highway of the upright is to depart from evil. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
There you go. That's simple, man. Pride going before destruction is plain. Like the brother said, that's plain, man. If you're proud, you have pride, you're going to be destroyed. All right? It's plain. That's it.
Obadiah 1, and I'm going down to 3. To the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador sitting among the heathen. Arise and let us rise up against her in battle.
Yeah, that's Lamont Nasser. All right, over there in Egypt. Yeah, Lamont Nasser is one of these Arabs over there, whatever the hell Arabs, Kushite, whatever he was, but he was saying, look, how can the Jews be black and come back white? You know, so he was against Israel. I mean, they murdered him, but he was against that, man. Go ahead.
He told them that they would never have peace because of that.
Yeah, he's saying, yep, they would not have peace because of that. That's right.
He said, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
Yeah, in other words, even Esau was a Roman you got three classes of men. You got the men of the Most High, which are the Israelites, the Israelite man. You got the sons of men, which are the heathen nations, and you got the sons of the wicked, which is the so-called white man. All right? Plus, other heathen nations, they got the wicked nations, man. They ain't afraid of the so-called white man how they used to be, man. You know, like when you read in Revelation 13 chapter, man, I believe where it says, he made fire come down out of heaven in the sight of men. Man, the world, the nations were shook. You know, they were afraid of the so-called white man, but now they got the nuclear technology, man. They got the nuclear missiles. Go ahead.
It says verse 3, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock.
Yeah, but you know, the pride of thy heart is the so-called white man. In other words, the heart is the Bob, all right? Not your deep heart, but your heart, the spiritual heart, man. All right? He's proud, man. He's proud of his heart. He's being deceived because he really believes he's going to homicide when it comes to him, man. What does he say? He said that what? He said, but the wicked said within himself that he has no fear before Yahweh. Okay? All right? So he has no fear, man. That's why Esau is doing the things that he's doing. That's why he's destroying the earth, man, the air, the water, the land, making GMO foods, genetically modified organisms, man. Because he ain't got no fear, man. That's why them crackers jump out of goddamn planes, man. He's that so-called white that jumped out of atmosphere, and I was like, that was the highest parachute jump, like known to man or some shit, man. Yeah. Yeah, the red thing. So he had to wear like a protective clothing because he was so high up, man. You know? Because that's the spirit of Esau, man. Right? Oh yeah, that dwell up in the cliffs of the rocks. Who's known as the caveman? So-called white man. The Flintstones. He's a so-called white man. That's why everything he built is high, man. All these buildings he built is way, come on, that building over there, man, it's just way up in the sky, man.
Even on the Jetsons, they were up in the sky.
Yeah, right, yeah, they were literally up in the sky. I just could say he's the prince of the power of the air, man. His spiritual father, Satan. Spiritual demon Satan. Go ahead, brother.
And whose habitation is high, but saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what the Rothschilds, all them Bilderbergs and Oppenheimers and shits and all them ruling families, man. Or all them international banking ruling families, they believe they ain't gonna be brought down, man. Okay? But of course, you know, that's a bunch of bullshit. According to the scriptures, man. Right? He said, who shall bring me down?
This is that they've been resolved, is that the house continue forever, man. So it's showing you their mentality. Their mentality is that this is going to go on forever. You know?
That's right. That's right. That's their mentality. It's a lot. That's their mentality that their rulership, after they get rid of America, after they chip everybody in the world with the you know what, with the who all, okay? And then if they're turning off, they're going to have control, they're going to see and know everything, with everybody doing it, control everything, man. They think it's going to rule forever, while it's not sitting there,
Book of Isaiah 47, I'm going to start at 6. It says, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid the yoke.
Yeah, upon the older men, man. That's right.
It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it, man. So like the other is saying, man, this devil thinks everything is going to go on forever. He thinks he's going to rule and continue to destroy the earth forever, man. No, it has an end. The Lord just said, what, man? You didn't consider your latter end. You see? And we're here to tell it to you, man. Whether you like it or not, right? This verse 8. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given the pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thy heart, I am and none else besides me, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. So this devil is saying what? His status, right? His prominent position that he's not going to lose. That he's going to sit on all the nations forever, man. He said, I will not be a widow, meaning his lovers. These different nations are not going to forsake him or leave him. That's his mentality. And what he produced is where he says, I shall not know the loss of children. That's what he produces, right? So this devil thinks he's just going to run and keep everything going the way it is, right? What did the Lord say? Verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment in one day. The loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. Right? So the Lord said it's going to come upon you in thy perfection. See, the book of Psalms, I believe it's 75, it speaks about in the hand of the Lord there's a cup, and the wine is red, and it is full of mixture. Yeah. Now when you go into that, it goes into how it was spiced and how it was well prepared. So this judgment that the Lord has coming up, being brought upon you is well prepared, man. Just like some fine wine that's been spiced, they got the herbs in it, it's been sitting and aged well. Well, that's how this judgment is coming upon Esau here, man. It says in its perfection, man. You know? From the beginning.
Psalm 50, verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue flameth deceit. Thou sinnest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
Yeah, that's the son. So he also slanders his own mother's son. So double. Right? So there's some niggas in Asia. They have a problem like farmers up so much. When the COVID came out, it's hard to know. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They got it more. Islamics, they all mother son, man. Okay? They speak down, they speak bad about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But they're the ones that's the problem of the earth, man. Okay? They're the ones that's poisoning the air, poisoning the water, poisoning the mind of the people with their fucking philosophies, man. Their democracy, their religions, man. Okay? They're the ones that's pushing this Roe versus Wade scenario, man. Okay? All right? When they know they pushing it on what? So-called liberal Latinos and Native American women. You the one championing more than so motherfucking white woman, man.
She wanna have babies.
Yeah, exactly.
They're talking that we're trying shit. We trying not to.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Go ahead, brother.
Psalm 50, verse 21. This is the point. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
But wait a minute. These things that, and I cannot forget calling us fucking Africans, man. That's a slander, man. When they know who the real Jews are, they know who the Israelites are, man. They know who the tribe of Issachar is. They know the tribe of Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Zebulun. They know these things, man. But yet they're going to turn around and call these so-called Negroes, West Indian Haitians, a bunch of goddamn fucking 17 Africans, man. And they're going to turn around and call themselves the Jews, man. That's fucking slander, man. Okay? All right, go ahead.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such and one as thyself.
Slow it up. Read it again.
John. Psalm 50 and 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silent.
Yeah, see, so these so-called white men, mainly wicked and weak. But you pee on so-called white people. All you are is a bunch of goddamn degenerates, man. All right? All you do is go around, wave the flag, the LGBT community flag, man. All you do is go around, you watch the football game, you watch the baseball game, you get a six-pack of Budweiser. So I ain't talking about you regular peons, so-called white. I'm talking about the elites, man. The ones that make the laws, man. Okay? The one that creates policy on this earth. The one that got all the goddamn shekels. The one that go around making wars, making money off of war, man. profiteering off of wars. Because war is profitable to the wicked elite, man. To the international bankers. Anybody that the no-go with the international bankers want, they take their leaders out and put in their public leaders, man. I'm talking about them mother effers, man. Those small hats. Go ahead. Look, look it out.
Military, that's what it's talking about. Every time you start a war, that's $1 billion industry. You got weapons, you got sales, you got gas, the expenditures look like $20 for a goddamn room. Yeah. So that's big money. They want to cut their profit, but they make big money. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
Yeah, see? So because how about that as it comes down on what he's been on this level? I mean, shit, he's been doing it for damn near 500 years, man. You know, 450 to 500, whatever. He's been ruling. He's been doing his thing. So this guy's like, wait a minute, hold on. Lord gotta be with me. I'm doing all this madness in this week. I'm destroying the earth. I'm doing all this wickedness, man. Lord gotta be like me, man. Right?
But I will reprove thee.
Yup.
And set them in order before thine eyes.
Yeah, and the Lord is going That's why we out here, man. That's why there's prophets, that's why there's GMS camps, other camps. One family alone, 20 get praised, but one hustler all over the world on the highways and byways, man. Alright? Teaching what? Israel. Alright? Teaching what? Esau is a so-called white man. Teaching what? America's going to be destroyed. Alright? Teaching what? Esau is going into slavery. Break it down.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 7. For he which is Lord over all shall fear no man's person. Neither shall he stand in awe of any man's greatness. For he hath made the small and great and care for all alike, man. That's no matter how much Esau buffers himself up, there'll be some great power, all right, because of merchandise, because of his riches, because of the military, because of his rise in the cave, to a prominent seat across the globe, right? The Lord don't care about that shit, man. All right? No matter how much you're trying to cushion yourself in your laws, in your military, all right, in your unrighteous decrees, hey, that doesn't make you greater than the Lord, man. All right? Because of your pride, he's gonna humble your ass, man. With missiles, and then it's gonna be thrown into captivity, man.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set for them to do evil. Just because, hey, the Lord allows you to rule the way you've been ruling all this time, man. The Lord ain't with you, man. He's allowing you to rack up your debt. So he can do away with you the same way he did with Pharaoh. You know, he let Pharaoh rule in such a way to just keep racking up his debt with debt, man. And he's gonna let Esau do the same thing. So when he gets back, especially now, how much more the technology has grown, right? There's oil fields everywhere, this and that. So hey, there's a whole lot of things set to be burned up, man. The Lord is allowing you to do this so he can show you his might when you come back.
This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? That's the so-called white man, man. That whole counsel of what? Keeping us away from our heritage. That's a whole counsel. All right? whole council hiding people's heritage from them, man. All right, that's hundreds of years of council, man. All right, ever since the time of the Renaissance, which was rebirth, when they came back into power, they made it their goal to take us away from our heritage, which is prophecy. You know, now we're in the end, we're seeing these things now. All right, we're seeing that they were trying to seek these to hide that counsel, man. So now what? It's time for the judgment because everything's being revealed. Verse 16, it says, surely you're turning the things upside down, all right, because the counsel of how the world should be run, man. All right, the counsel of the standards of the Most High, the law, statutes, and commandments. That's been hidden, man. All right, people, there's scriptures you bring out of the Bible that people never heard. You've been hiding the Lord's counsel on the earth.
That closed Bible.
The closed Bible preaching. Niggas stand up there for like 10, 15 minutes just talking, man. Then bring one scripture out. Like what the?
Yeah,
you know, psychobabble.
I think that in cemetery school, I've never been, but I think that they give an acting class.
Yeah,
So these guys, there has to be a section of right, how to ad lib, and because these guys can tell a great story. You know, Joel Osteen tell all these great little stories. He's smiling the whole time, and then they tell a joke. So they teach them how to tell jokes and how to tell stories, but they don't teach them anything about the prophecies.
Seeing that in the song, right? They got they already read out there, they have choir. 2 hour choir.
But if you would, brother, get that scripture real quick.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. I'm going to start at 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch and see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Right, and so basically we've been warning you about the prophecies and the end day prophecies and the end times. Well, guess what? We're not telling you they're coming, they're here. We're living it, it's happening. I don't know if brothers are aware, but as of last night, all right, as of last night, monkeypox has been declared a pandemic. It's a worldwide problem. So we knew something was going to happen on the 22nd, right? We assumed it would, right? And so now monkeypox has been declared a pandemic, right? It's a worldwide problem now. So you can expect lockdowns. And then there's another thing that happened too. I can't remember my name, but his freaky ass drug addict son, right? He signed into legislation that climate change lockdown and shit. So now they got something where they're gonna lock you down so that they can save the earth because we're breathing too much air. All right? Yeah, this is real shit. So they sending them down so they can actually do a lockdown. Climate change lockdown. All right? Another thing that's happening we're warning you about is that the whole plan over there in Ukraine and everything that surrounded it, it all has backfired. It all has backfired because when it was coming, Russia is cutting off everybody from all the power sources. Now you gotta understand, all these other nations are using the greenback. This is American money. All right, we're using it. All right, and so America can continue to use their money because they can do something that these other nations cannot do. And what that is that when times get hard, they can just print more money and stimulate the economy. Well, all the other nations that use American money, they don't have the benefit of doing that. So what's happening is that more and more nations are leaving the American dollar, all right, and they're joining on to China and Russia. We've been telling you, and we've been warning you, and now it's pretty much a done deal. Iran is now a part of the BRICS nation. It's part of that Shanghai, whatever that thing is called. All right. So is Egypt. All right. And so what's happening is that Egypt, all the oil that's going into that part of the world is coming through Egypt, including to Israel. So in other words, man, all America and the West and NATO has set up all these military outposts surrounding Russia. All right. But guess what? They gonna have no oil to fund their military machine. So what do you think they're all gonna do? They're gonna side with Russia. And you already know what that means. The nations are tired, and they all drank that wine and they all pissed off. All right, you can already go to that scripture. And guess what? What's going to happen after that? Them arrows are going to fly. So we're getting dangerously close to all this, man. And dangerously close. Okay, so really the only thing left to do now is the microchip. And everything has failed. All because they're gonna try with another round of taking the jump shot, all right? Ain't nobody gonna line up to take that jump shot. You even got Edomites saying no to that shit. I just watched the whole video of all these military people. I'm Staff Sergeant so-and-so the U.S. Army. I'm Gunnery Sergeant in the Marine Corps. I'm this, that, Lance Corporal Marine Corps. None of them are taking the shots, man. And these are key, important people. And America is already down, I think, in total number, 60-some thousand soldier deficit. So there's going to be a draft. And all you independent and lesbian and bronze, get that off your forehead, brother. Guess what? You about to get drafted into the military, man.
You about to be G.I.
And your ass going to get equal lefts and rights. You'll get some equal lefts to go with the rights, man. Yeah, when you get caught behind enemy lines, you'll get clapped. As a matter of fact, when you get caught out in the field with your own people, you're going to get clapped. It's about to go down.
If you look at the available pool of people who can come to the military, they said that basically only like 2 women or something that they can even try to get to ask to come because the other ones can't get in because of not having a high school diploma.
Well, they took that away.
Right. They changed it.
But they got a worse problem. Shut it down, brother. But they got a worse problem. The problem is that Americans are so unfit. They don't. It's not like the people. This generation is unfit as hell compared to the. Most people military age are out of shape. Man. They can't make it into the military. They wouldn't make it through boot camp. Man. All right. They're not like the generations before them. Man. So you got what they got to pick from is a bunch of drug addicts, people with violent criminal past, and a bunch of alphabets lifestyle people, and then a whole bunch of obese people. That's what they got to draw. And none of them are voluntarily trying to go into the military, man. So there's going to be a draft, and this time, hey, you women gonna get it, boy. Isaiah 32:9 coming for you. Right. You women about to get snatched up into the military.
Especially the black woman.
All right. Bring out the scripture.
Then you already got the bald head, bitch, so you ain't got to cut your hair.
She already ready for that.
That's the only part the bitch ready for is being bald. Yeah.
This is Isaiah 3 and verse 25. It says, thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war, and her gate shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. So what the elder is going into is how these men are going to get drafted into this war, man. And I believe that's 2 Corinthians 16, if I'm not mistaken. It says what? It says that the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, man. See? So that means what? The majority of these men, they going to die here in these different class wars that's going to take place, right? Certain areas going to have different racial wars, man. They're going to have different, for lack of a better word, philosophy wars, man. Like what's happening right now, you got people that's for abortion and people against. You know, you got people for the leftists and people for the right, man. This place is divided on all fronts, right? Now this is Isaiah 32:9 from the elder quote. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled. Ye careless women.
See that?
Yeah, that's right.
See that? Keep reading.
That's right. How does we read? It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vengeance shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Hey, and when the society goes down, the people that suffer the worst are women and children, man. Yep. You know? Because what's about to happen? You have men that's capable of taking care of themselves, but women and children can't, man. So they become what? The victims, man. When Eli was walking, he was going about his business. Well, what happened? Those dudes and those white rolled up those dudes and this woman.
They blasted him immediately. They didn't give him a chance to fight. She was all alone. Hey, listen, men got a chance, man. Hey, just I don't know if it was last night or the night before. And they tried to rob some dude. You know it was Jake. They tried to rob some dude on the red line, right? Claiborne and Austin. 6 people followed this dude down to the train, and they tried to jump him. And then it was 6 of them, all right? And they pulled a knife on him, and they broke the bottom. Trying to get him to give up his goods. Guess what Jake did? He pulled out his knife. All right? He sent 3 of them to the hospital. And he sent 3 of them to the hospital, and all the other 3 got damaged. So basically everybody went to jail. All right? And then he went to the hospital. Hey, but if you ask me, one man with one knife against 6 people with a knife in a bottle, he won. Right? Because he's in the hospital, but he fought. Right. And they ran up on John Wick, brother. Brother put it on their ass, man. Alright? But that same scenario, what's the woman gonna do? Alright? Yeah, and they didn't get none of his money, none of his goods, none of his jewelry, nothing. All they got was 3 of them. They in a hospital bed, handcuffed. They handcuffed to a hospital bed, man. And the other 3 are already locked up with stitches. My man went to work on that. Right? And he might be one of them that, hey, but you know what? He might be one of them spirits created for vengeance. A guy like that gonna be loose when all this shit happens. Right?
This is second address. Second address 16 and 33. The virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine.
That's right, a lot of men are going to die. You have to already understand that worldwide, on an average, women outnumber men 7 to 1. And that's average worldwide. Right? So if that many men are going to die, then it's going to be even more women out here that are going to be without a man. Which is senseless to this whole monogamy that's what Rome created. Right? And they only created it because they were enemies of Israel, and Israel was outbreeding them, so they were trying to get Israel not to follow Allah's statutes and commandments, right? And follow their way, in which they didn't follow themselves, because all the other tribes and the wealth of the elites of Rome all had roles for women. Then they went out, right? So then what they were trying to do was keep Israel without breeding, right? Israel, you know, if we produce children, man, you know, hell, we got some very famous brothers in this camp. You got brothers, you got brothers who look at women and they get pregnant. Right? Like, no, brother,
No elbow.
I was just gonna mention it said what they're gonna die by the famine as well, man. You see? Because what's happening out here, man, we see the supply the supply chain being fucked with, man. You know? And it's man-made, so therefore what? It means it's a siege. You see, a siege is happening right before our eyes, and these people ain't even witnessing it, man.
You got ships floating on both sides of the Panama Canal, ships floating outside the ports, all just full of food, supplies, and things, and it's not coming in. Yep. It's not coming in. And when the supplies are out here, some men are gonna go out to go get them. Some men are gonna be successful, some are not. Some men are gonna go out to go try to get something for their family, and they ain't gonna never come back. Okay. All right? That's what's gonna happen. And it's gonna leave a lot of women right here. This is Isaiah 32 and 9, and it reads, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. In my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vengeance shall fail, and the gathering shall not come." So the delivery's gonna just stop coming, man. And then people are gonna be fighting over what's left. And they're gonna attack some of these warehouses. They're gonna start trying to hit up the trains like they used to. Problem is though, once we run out of this current line of supplies that's in Babylon right now, once it runs out, it ain't gonna be no more, man. Because you gotta remember, 5, 6 weeks ago, they let us know that there was no people. So the wheat supply, and then they also let us know too that we're gonna run out of diesel fuel. Everything that we need to power America is dependent on diesel fuel. All right? That's what powers your trains. That's what powers your semis. And without trains and semis, and a lot of the generators, and even a lot of these gigantic generators that power these big cities, all right, you need that diesel fuel back. And then now they hook the water up to the power grids. The water used to be separate from the power grids. So now when the power shuts off, the water's gonna shut off too. So it's some dark times headed to America very soon. And we're looking forward to it. We're the only people that's actually we're excited about it. Because we're ready for those dark times. Why? Because we believe in Yahweh cannot shine. Do we get nervous and think about it? Yeah, but I get more excited than I get nervous right now.
Right. You meditate on the precepts.
Right, come.
The precepts bring the comfort.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
Ezra said, "Woe is me." He was a mighty prophet.
You can't have a baby without birth pains, man. And we need that baby of instruction to be born. We see true power in the
This is speaking of Yahweh. This is Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So that's when all the women going to come into the men of the Lord, man. They ain't going to ray, man. They're going to come to the men of the Lord. That's what's stated in those times, man.
Yeah, and these women, these women are watching the videos, and you really can't tell so much on YouTube like you can on TikTok. I did a few videos on TikTok, man. I got about, wow, all these faces are popping up. Like, man, it's a lot of women watching the men of the Lord. A lot.
And that's going to happen before all hell breaks loose. When you read that, it says what? It says that we're going to provide our own apparel. So it's showing you that it's still going to be accessible out here, man. You know? And then it's going to come to a point where those things, it's not going to be accessible. It's going to come to a point where what? It's truly relying on Yahweh for our next meal, man. See, that's where faith is really going to be shown. See, right now, we all got jobs, we go to work, we got money in our pocket. We know tomorrow we going to eat. You know? No, just wait till the system collapse, man. Just
So I just ran back with this is a lamentation 4 and verse 80. Their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaves to their bones, and the swift is become like a stick. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through the want of the fruits of the field. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people.
the thing is, it's resources out here. You're just not going to be able to get it, man. You know? That's what it's going to be. Because it's like it ain't going to be no food. No, it's going to be food here. It's just not going to be accessible to you people, man. What did the Lord say to us that serving him? He said, we going to eat. We going to
Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 27 says, "Be not weary, but when the day of trouble and heaviness."
real quick, and it says, be not weary. As soon as that brother read that, a certain precept popped in my mind. I believe it's Galatians 6 and 9, if I'm not mistaken, man. It says, be not weary in well-doing. Right? Because in due season we shall reap if we faint not, man. Right. So it's the same thing. Be not weary. So that means what? In doing this, man. You know, and see, the flesh will get tired. I got to go to camp today. I got to do this lesson. Brothers got to fight that, man. It's a fight to stay in the spirit. It's a fight to come out here and do what we doing. It's hot as hell, you know. I feel the sweat running down my back. Spirit to do it. But I wouldn't want to be nowhere else but where I'm at right now, man. You know? Knowing what I know.
I was on the train stuck on the platform with literally, I never seen that many people on the blue line today. It was literally 1,000 people on that damn platform. And I was getting mad because I wasn't here. All right? So, yeah, this should be your first priority, but what you said.
Brother, we say something right quick, Elder. Yeah, too. Like the brother said, it's going to be a food, but it's a famine. It's going to be a lack of food, not no food. Because while the cities is going to be starved out, what you eat is still going to be eaten, right? Yeah. Right. And them that take, they are game changers. You know what I'm saying?
And these people are going to be fighting each other for whatever's left. Right. And like we always tell you, all these fancy apartments, these people are going to be sicked up. They're doing And the men that live in the wilderness, they're going to be going after the women they know that they're single.
Right? This is Lamentations 5 and 8. The servants that ruled over us, those Edomites, there is none that doth deliver us out of their hand. We got our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. So the Lord said, man, you said you want to get your bread with peril. There's a jewel right here at the grocery store. Ain't nobody scared to walk up in there and go get some food. Right? They walking up there, walking right out. So when you talking about you come and get food, it's gonna like, man, it's gonna be life and death coming out because you might not make it back with that bread.
Just watched the video where a man was talking about safety in America, how some white guy, one of them urban tactical survival type dudes, and he said pretty soon it's gonna get to the point where you can't see your wives or your women to the grocery store, so they ain't gonna make it out. That's it. Right? They're gonna get because what's happening is get a check at their car. Right? Same way they followed that man into the summer. They saw he was by himself. And they waited for him to go in and go down. And then they went down there, you know, basically, they got John Wick on the platform.
I don't pay for
Right. They said Big Brody eat good tonight.
Said, my skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities.
Hey, they don't do that what happened down in Venezuela. What happened down in Venezuela, what? A lot of those prominent women that was nurses, that was doctors, they turned to what? They turned to prostitution, man. And the Uncle Romney did a lesson when that was going on down in Venezuela. He did a lesson about a certain man who was giving an interview about his family, man. And he was talking about how he had to risk his life to go over into Brazil just to bring food back for his family, man. And he was saying what? He was saying, look, if it's between that last piece of bread and me and him, my family matters over him, man.
Right.
You know? And that's what he was saying. So he was like, bro, if it comes down to it, I will kill this dude for this last piece of bread in order to feed my family. Yep. And that's the mentality that's going to be out here, man. That's the love of many.
He's trying to feed his family at home.
I got something right quick for you, brothers. 2nd Ezra, 16th chapter, and the 22nd verse. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine. And they're both going into the famine. So a lot of people going to die this famine, man. Okay? And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. See what I'm saying? So, you know, the brother was going into how, you know, you got these dudes, these doomsday preppers that's saving up all this food, making underground bunkers. Even the rich are doing it. You know, because they don't know what's going to happen, man. But guess what? Whoever escapes that famine, people going to go there and they're going to take the food and they're going to put their ass to death. It's like the brother was saying, man.
This $1 million Kim Kardashian, Kanye, you know, all these celebrities. So why would celebrities go out and buy $1 million, not $1 million, but multi-million dollar bunkers? All right, that's got 2 or 3 years of worth of food and plastic TVs and hot oils and workout rooms, you know. Why would they do that? You think people, these wealthy people just don't waste money like that? They'll go and like spend money and enjoy themselves, but they don't waste money. You know, that's just shit that Americans do.
Right. And also to say one more thing, and also too, they preserving the food for the elect, man. They preserving their food for the elect. That's I know I'm about to bring a wine, right? that wine, that's selling all the hundreds of bottles of wine. They preserving that for the elect.
I know a couple fake Jews that got it like that. That's a couple miles from here. Right?
They don't got that cheap ass Colonel Ross wine.
I want to read with you this perfect. No, this was you mentioned it. This said Galatians 6 and 9. It said, "Let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not." So all we got to do is keep doing what we gonna do. I mean, keep doing this work, all right? Keep believing on Yahweh Shah, making ourselves that living sacrifice, our bodies, our time, you know. And the Lord not slacking his promises. The Lord, and what is anyone that depends on the Lord that we just got cut off? All right?
willing, but the flesh is weak. But what? These precepts will be within our spirit to rejuvenate us, right? And that's where the comfort comes. That's where the recharge is, right? And if you ain't got the recharge, then that weariness is going to continually weigh down on you. Then what? You're going to cast it off firmly, go and be wrong, man. So this, yeah.
You know how our focus is always talking about the prayers of the vitamins, brothers. The prayers, the scriptures, man. Hey, when you alone, ain't no brother around, and them damn demons start attacking you gotta, that's when you start saying them prayers, man. You start saying them prayers in Hebrew, start reading the scriptures. It works every time, man. All right?
First, man, rebuke the time, man. The rebuke them. The spirit will open them. And they only go there. So our duty was to go ahead and get these hints.
And I do this to remind them that we work the same power that they do. And that name back up. Be gone. Go play somebody else. Matter of fact, the whole bunch of 2/3 go get it.
Hey, brother here got a scripture.
Get out,
Check it out, brother.
This is 1 Timothy 6, verse 12. He said, fight the good fight of faith. Lay hold on eternal life, whereunto thou art also called, and have professed a good profession before many witnesses.
It says fight the good fight. Why is Paul using these words if it ain't a fight, man? You know, it's a battle. It's a battle. It's a constant battle each and every day. You know, it ain't just coming out here on these, or you the devil, or you know these certain breakdowns or certain precepts, man. No, you're supposed to know this knowledge. You're supposed to get this knowledge in you in order to help you with the fight, man. It says to put on the whole armor of the Lord. That's what these precepts is for. It's not to be sit up here and be looked at as, oh, yeah, look at that go, look at the knowledge he knows. No, it's meant to what? To protect you from all the evil that's out here. What it tells us in the book of Micah, it says arise and depart, because this is not our rest. It says what? It'll pollute us, man. So these precepts allows us to walk in a way that we're not being polluted. That's what this thing is about. This thing is about what? Protecting our spirit. So when the Lord returns, we can be found without spot and blameless, man. It ain't about how many precepts we know or how many breakdowns, man. You know?
And the feet fly.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The Lord said, he asked me to preach to you. You know? If you love me, feed my flock. So everything that the brother Matt just said, must feed the flock. So first and foremost, because how can I help you if I'm on this stuff? All right? So we have to get that protection of ourselves and give it back for free. IUIC.
That in order for us to be in the secret place, like it says in Psalm 91st chapter. He went through that so we could be protected in these times to come. Because these people, we were talking about these people with their numbers, right? These people with all this wood stored up, well, that could be your death threat. It is precept, right? I got this precept in my face.
People feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Because people know when you prep like that. I done seen images of Edomites that have more weapons to cover the whole ground in front of you. And it's like, damn, it's only like 4 or 5 people in your household. But you got enough weapons for 100 men with 3 platoons to arm 140 men. But what you gonna do with all the weapons, man? And then you got all this food. That's what's gonna happen to them. All that food is going to the elect. Let them eat.
This is 2 Ezra 15 and 58. It says, they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger. And what? There's certain mountain retreats, man. So you got certain mountain retreats, underground bunkers. You got these different areas that people think they're about to escape to and be safe. Well, it says what? They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water.
Damn, and that movie, Snowpiercer, is a good example of what you're talking about. All right? In that movie, if you watch that movie, you'll notice that all the old people were all missing limbs. All right? They either didn't have a right arm from their elbow down, or they didn't have a leg from their knee down. So the old people were literally sacrificing their limbs to give to the people to cook. They would slice up their arms and feed the masses to keep them from killing and eating the babies. They were attacking and eating all the babies. So the old people was like, no, man, stop eating these babies. They're kids, and they started sacrificing themselves. You go back and watch that movie again. All the old people were minus an arm and a leg, man.
Shit, in that one season of The Walking Dead, they had the sanctuary. I was like, come, we're gonna take care of you.
Right?
Yeah. And then they would like chain them up.
That was season 5 and 6.
It was one of them seasons where they were
5 and 6.
people to come, but they was eating.
They had a broadcast, and everyone heard. They had a broadcast. People would find it, and then they would have the first thing they did was give you a shower, new clothes, and some hot food. And then Rick said it. As soon as he was like, same thing that Eli said. He said, hey, you see any cows around here? See any pigs around? He said, where they getting this meat from? So basically what they were doing is that what would happen when you get, and it's like taking the MOTV. All right, so when people would get there, they were given a choice. And you either join us, and you're gonna eat this meat, you're gonna eat this dude, and this chick, this couple right here, or you not, and then you're gonna become this dude and this couple. They were harvesting people like cows, man. They were lining them up naked, and right over the slaughtering tray, slick their throat, drain them, hang them up, and that's like they were the meat section of the meat. Alright? And guess what? The scriptures told you that's coming back. Alright? And it's going to be, but ain't no food out here, man. You see, I was just on that crowded train, all the people trying to eat, man. What you think gonna happen? We're gonna go nuts on each other, man. Just like that cat said in the back, man. You know? The joker, he said when in the right circumstances, that people would eat each other. And they are. It's prophesied.
This Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore thus saith Yahweh power. Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Alright, hey man, we gonna be straight, man. Alright? The men and boys gonna be straight. We gonna be eating and drinking everything, man. Let it be going. Alright? It says, behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry in song of heart. They shall howl for the vexation of spirit. Alright? Hey man, we gonna be cool, man. We gonna give praise to Yahweh outside and love that we're almost out of here, man. Right? That's when you know, like all this stuff. Jacob's trouble starts, man.
Right. Most of you women who actually have been in the Lord, you know, you acting ass, you're not with it. Stupid. Right? You women who have been in the Lord gonna feel real stupid.
Keep that same
You go ahead, right, keep that same minute while you roll around with that cough that other people.
Yep.
Right? That dude in the world, you don't know nothing. Right? Have no idea what's going on. They ask them, you ask them, you know, nationality, you can pay them. Alright.
So, like the 79, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. And she that is my enemy shall see it. And then and shame shall cover her with shame unto me. Where is the Lord thy power?
See her neck for your God.
My eyes shall behold her, and she shall be trodden down as the lion of the streets.
Scriptures even go into the pitiful women that saw their children. You know? So shit, they got about a good like 7, 8 kids from like 5 different dudes. So that's pretty easy for them to do that.
Yeah, especially the dude she don't like.
Right.
The dude she disliked the most. This kid, yeah, his kid might be the first kid he.
Yep.
All right.
Lamentations 2 and 11, around 12. So my eyes do fail with tears, my bowels are troubled. My liver is poured upon the earth for the destruction of the daughter of my people, because the children of the suckling swoon in the streets of the city. So the word swoon, it means to faint, right? They say to their mothers, where is corn and wine? They swoon as the wounded in the streets of the city. When the soul was poured out because of mother's wounds, man. Or to mother's bosom. So a lot of you women, all right, are never going to feed your kids and they're going to die right in their arms, man. All right? Hey, your box ain't going to be good enough to barter anymore. All right? There's going to be no more reason for you to be around, man. So you have, you're not going to be protected, nor have the resources to sustain the life of your children, man.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to be a woman, man.
Because you know what's going to happen to a lot of you women. I'm saying as things get bad, you know, as things are progressively get bad, it's already bad. But as they get worse, a lot of women are going to start, you know, because I see them signs sometimes on the bus stop for women saying that if your landlord or property owner is asking you for sexual favors, you can't pay your stuff, you know, you report them. But a lot of women are going to be doing that very thing so they can have a place to keep the roof over. But you got to understand, man, it's going to get to the point where men are they're not going to be taking it as a bartering thing. They're just going to be taking it. All right? Right. They just going to be, right, because first it's going to be, well, I don't have money for that. Well, right. You like to tie up your hair, you know, do what you got to do, and now you get your little bag of groceries. All right, whatever, right? Okay, it's gonna get to the point where he's just gonna take you and keep the groceries. Matter of fact, he'll keep you and the groceries. You gonna end up tied up in a damn house like that you in the wild hunts. All right, tied up in the damn basement with a pipe, gets rotted out. Dude coming down in the basement every other day, honey, I'm home. You already know what time.
What makes a woman is just not that box. It's more than that, man. It's more than that. You see, and women with this American mentality is women that I can do bad all by myself. You're gonna down here. But that
gonna do horrible.
Yep.
Horrible all by himself, man.
Yep.
That's what my you gonna live up to that bullshit.
Yep. But that Isaiah 4:1, man, that Isaiah 4:1 is going to be women knowing how to conduct themselves as women, man. That's right. Ain't no man of the Lord finna accept a dragon in the house. You think I'm finna say that? No, man.
It ain't gonna be no bitch out there.
You know? You gotta bring something to the table besides that funk ass box.
That's right.
And that's what's being established here, man. That's right. You know? Okay. You got it up.
This is Isaiah 32 and 2. He says, and a man shall be as a hiding place.
You start at 1, brother.
Time. Isaiah 32 and 1. It says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness.
And that's what we're looking forward to, man. Our king being the Lord Yahweh Shai, he's going to be established on this earth, man. It says he shall reign in righteousness. Right? Go ahead.
And princes shall rule in judgment.
And princes, those the men under him shall rule in judgment. That's what we're looking forward to. And that's what's being established starting right now, man. You know? This is what we're learning. This royal knowledge. See, this is what we have right here is royal knowledge, man. James calls it a royal law. You know? It talks about in the book of Proverbs how the throne is established by righteousness, man. Showing you that what we have right here is royal knowledge.
Top shelf.
Yeah.
This is top shelf knowledge. All right? But the world, and niggas, is really fucked the world. You know, when I say niggas, I'm talking about the 12 tribes. All of them. Spiggers too. All right? They don't want top shelf knowledge. They cool with that shit down on the bottom.
Nigga knowledge.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Good knowledge.
Because accountability comes with this type of knowledge. Accountability, responsibility, humility. Niggas ain't in it. Ain't in tune with none of that. That's why a nigga up here to the
Islam shit. He'll be into the frat shit. He'll go to Christianity. A nigga do anything to be an Israelite, because this is the cream of the crop. And you can't, look, man, it ain't nowhere in the Bible where the Lord just accept anybody however the fuck they are, man. The Lord bring you through it to get through it, man. The scriptures say accept. It's out, just what it says. Sirach, the second chapter say acceptable means I prove them in the furnace and mercy. You niggas don't want to be acceptable. Fuck.
Well, the Lord is bringing us back into our nobility. Going back into what? That royal mentality is there, man. We're back, the brother mentioned what? Humility, accountability, right? Why? Because all that comes with being a noble. All that comes with nobility, man. And that's what we're being brought back into.
Attributes of the spirit.
And that's why he said what, man? He called us out of darkness into his marvelous light. He called us out of that black culture. He called us out of that mentality and that way of thinking. That's why in the book of 1 Samuel, I believe it's the 2nd chapter, it says what? It says wisdom exalted those that were low. It says it brought the beggar out of the dunghill and set him among princes, man. Showing you what this knowledge is for, man. You got it, Doc.
Proverbs 8 and 14. Counsel is mine and sound wisdom. I am understanding. I have strength. By me kings reign and princes decree justice. By me princes rule and nobles, even all the judges of the earth.
That's right. That's right. And that's why in the book of Sirach it speaks about pride, man. See, that's humility right there. Understanding that it's the Lord that governs us through his word, man. In the book of Sirach, I believe it's the 10th chapter, it says, many proud princes the Lord removed out of their spot because of their pride, man. Right. It says what? And strange calamities was brought upon them. Well, it goes back to what Elder Big Ass started with at the beginning. 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. Many great miseries shall be done to the people that dwell on this earth. Why? Because they walked in great pride, man. See, this knowledge, this word is supposed to humble us, man.
America is pride. See, these people are pride in their wickedness, pride in their pronouns, pride in their foolishness, proud in their ignorance. All right? That's pride.
Yeah.
They take one of the most heinous and unseemly acts, and then they take that act and they name the whole month pride. How you gonna be proud of doing the opposite of what the Lord is doing something that's unseemly? How you gonna be proud of it?
And then they take the rainbow, which the Lord showed you, and it's because they're so proud they don't think the Lord is really going to destroy this place. But the Lord made the rainbow as a signifier that he will never destroy the earth with water again. So what they did, we put it up in pride because they really don't believe what the Lord says he is exactly who the fuck he say he is. He's going to destroy it with fire. But that pride, that just shows you right there. This is the epitome of pride. That's why the scriptures say the pride of thy heart haven't seen thee down as well as in the depths of the rocks. It's talking about the so-called white man and his influence and his reputation has rubbed off on you stupid ass Negroes and Negroes and his wife.
Well, that's what happened.
Exactly.
That's what happened pre-flood. Elder Yashawamba like to talk about pre-flood behavior, man. Well, what happened? You know, the sons of God in Genesis the 6th chapter, what it says their hearts was evil continually. Why is that? Now, when you read into Josephus, he pretty much reported that it was the influence of Cain throughout the earth that had the wickedness spread. Who's ruling today? It's the same thing, real quick. Can the brother give Wisdom of Solomon 10 and 2? You know? Because look, because we were talking about pride, well, I'm going to even say this. The spirit got us either in the greatest position or the worst, depending on how we deal in the spirit, man. You know? Because this thing is about humility. In 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter, the 48th verse, the Lord said that he was, real quick, before we get that Wisdom of Solomon 10, can we get 2nd Ezra 8:48? Because once again, this knowledge, coming into the fact that you're going into an Israelite, it comes with a sense of pride. It comes with a sense of, man, that's me, that's my people, right? But it also comes with a sense of humility, man. It speaks about the greater thou art, the more humble thou shalt be. We know that we ain't shit if it wasn't for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So it's a certain mentality, it's a mindset we should have walking with this knowledge. Can the brother get that, Ba'Shem?
Says Ezra 8:48. And this also, you are marvelous before the Most High.
He's talking to Esdras, man. The angel said, you are marvelous in the sight of the Lord, man. Why is that?
It says, in that you have humbled thyself.
He did what?
In that thou hast humbled thyself as it becometh thee, and have not judged thyself worthy to be much glorified among the righteous.
You see that? And that's the mentality all our forefathers had, man. When you read the book of Genesis, Jacob said, I am not worthy for the least of thy mercies, man. You see? King David said, am I such a man that you bestow this upon me? So it comes with a sense of humility. This whole world, they ain't got that, man. They think they're entitled. They think they deserve the things that they have, man. It's a blessing for us to stand here to breathe another day. You know? But anyway, you could hit that Solomon.
Wisdom of Solomon.
You said that. That's what Solomon.
Right there.
This was Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10 and verse 2. He gave him power to rule all things.
Matter of fact, start at 1, bro.
This Wisdom of Solomon chapter 10 and verse 1. She preserved the firstborn fathers.
Now she is talking about wisdom. Right? Go ahead.
They talk about the blood flow.
Sure.
When you talk about that.
That bitch don't preserve shit but you swear.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says of the world that was created alone.
It says the unrighteous went away from her in his anger. I'm going to ask you, brothers, right? Who is that talking about? It says that the unrighteous went away from her. I already gave you the hint. The her is wisdom. The unrighteous went away from her in his anger. Let's finish it. Let's give y'all a hint. Finish it up.
He perished also in the fury for which he burned his blood.
Boom. That's a dead giveaway right there. Anybody? It's talking about Cain, man. It's talking about Cain. So let you know that Cain went away from wisdom in his anger. Right? Go ahead.
It says, for whose cause the earth being drowned with the flood.
Read that again.
For whose cause the earth being drowned with the
What
flood.
are we talking about? We're talking about Cain. And it says, for whose cause the earth being drowned, man. So the influence of Cain in the earth caused the first flood to come. Well, the influence of Esau on this earth is going to cause this fire to come, man. Right? So we can't walk in that nigga spirit, you know? Any sense of pride, we got to get out of us, man.
Matter of fact, I give you an example. It's a perfect example, especially coming from my women. This is I just got this from Elder Wright. He's actually going to do a lesson based upon it. This was a conversation, and he was going back and forth with some Judite women, all right? And it says, the culture of women trying to keep a low body count is so whack to me because I'm bound to experience new bodies for the rest of my life. That's called being sexually active. The fuck? That's what she said, all right? All right, and he says,
And the thing, if I may say, the thing is, these women got a choice between who they give their body to. Real soon, it ain't gonna be no choice, bitch. It ain't gonna be no choice. Like Elder Malcolm used to say all the time, man, it's gonna be lined up, man. Hey, and it's all you gonna hear. That's all you gonna hear. And then what? The next person, man. It's gonna be non-stop.
yeah, you're gonna be a victim on your own device. And then it says, literally, the only way you can keep a low body count is if you either don't have sex or keep having sex with the same person forever. And both those options sound unfulfilling as hell. So now, I'll just keep racking it up. Thanks.
Racking it up.
This is these are some like a dude coming from these women. These are right. It says then Shamika McKay. Now I'm gonna jump on the multiple queens.
Yeah, what's the best
Right.
way Shamika just walked the other way, man?
And that's the mentality that was the man, Ephraimite was, I think he was Levite. I think he was from Mount Ephraim. But he went to go get his wife that played the harlot, man. That was her mentality. It said she went to go play the harlot. He had mercy on her, like, man, let me go get this bitch back. He went, got her, you know. But what happened? The Lord didn't have mercy. No. She died by dicks. So she wanted to play the harlot, well, she died in her harlotry, man.
The Lord said it. When you read it,
Lord,
it says,
let them niggas ravage her brutally on. You know, it was Benjamin. So you know how freaky Benjamin is.
But the dead's all there.
That's what it said.
She had a dick in every hole.
And the Lord said, let them meditate on that thing. Let them think upon these things. The things that are written before time before I learned it, man.
That's right. That's right.
Just a couple more. And then this is Geraldine Gerard. Reminds me of someone that said she is very young and that she still has to explore. Right? So they giving excuses. That's why they can just jump from penis to penis. I want, and here, Kim Moore says, I want the Will Chamberlain to explore our penis.
Will Chamberlain, see this shit?
Yeah.
You gonna get him.
She gonna get him.
You gonna get him.
She gonna get him. All right, and it said, and then Amani Indica Moon. At this point, I don't even know my body count. Life's too short.
You see that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that to this myself.
So yeah, you brothers stop being green and taking these hoes simple. Cause what these bitches, they ain't no hoes at all. No hoes follow orders. These bitches
Right,
don't follow no orders.
You're right.
Yeah, you know, but these damn hair hat wearing hardlocks, all right, you gotta really understand, especially when you, and all of them, none of them shit, you know, but especially when you dealing with a bitch that's trying to give you some instructions, but she got another bitch hair on her head and another man kids in the house. You think this bitch gonna listen to you? Are you insane? You ain't the first nigga she dealt with, you damn sure ain't gonna be the last. Remember that.
Keep telling you, brothers, had an issue, man. To embrace that she was never yours, it was just your mother.
That's right.
Right? If you get that concept and it help you, what does it say? Walk down the transgress against it.
Like this something
She
she
wipe her mouth as if she's done nothing. Somebody grab those two. Right? And then on the flip side of that go for these 2/3 niggas too.
That's right.
Because you gotta remember, Israel, we were like a woman to the Lord. So it's like we were being adulterers, whores, committing adultery against our house. And that's why we're in the position that we're in. And then like Matt was saying, you know, Joshua Mama brings it out. That pre-flood vibration is upon the earth. Why? Because Esau came back in Esau. Alright? So that's his vibration. Like we told you, they're the ones that started this monogamy bullshit in Rome, and it's been adopted into Christianity. All right, and they never followed it. That was to be placed upon the Israelites so that we would stop producing so many children and have such big families. Because you got a man that got 2, 3 wives, man, 4 wives, man, he gonna have a lot of kids.
The economy too.
Then they gonna send it up. Yeah.
If everybody's working, you bringing 3, 4 incomes into the household. You will do better than Esau. You can't have that, man. That's how you build economies. That's how you build kingdoms.
He couldn't keep up. Even if he allowed, all right, he wouldn't be able to impregnate. He wouldn't be able to do it. He wouldn't be able to keep up, man.
Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I've done no wickedness.
Right. That goes for these hoes, and then that goes for Israel as well, man. Right? Because that's how these niggas out here. They like them dudes that try to rob the man. You know, how many people have they robbed? That wasn't the first time they did it. They've been successful.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Hey, the problem is that this time they wasn't hunting for rabbit all the time.
Yep.
They weren't expecting it. You know? My man pulled out his knife and was like, John Wick their ass. You know? Y'all rode up on the wrong dude that night, man. See, y'all lucky he have his bang on.
Right.
You know?
You're going to be getting fueled with their own devices. Like the scriptures say, for the 2/3, all right, for these bitches and these niggas, man. All right, I got a quick 2. This is Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 23. Wherefore, whereas men have lived dissolutely and unrighteously, thou hast tormented them with their own abominations. So, like the elders always said, for these fucking these whores out here, man, all right, or these promiscuous ass women, hey, you want it to be
And these beta ass men,
right? Adulterous
that allow it to happen.
yeah, you know, hey man, you want to be promiscuous, man. It's terrible, man. It's terrible.
How simple, how
That leftover
effeminate
doctrine,
is that?
Yeah.
it's soft as fuck.
Let me give you a breakdown on how to get good side.
Right. That's really homosexual.
What?
Sancho.
Alright? Hey man, the amount of crazy shit this man doing with his women, and you want to come up behind all that, man? That's disgusting. That's how disease
It's very disgusting when you really break it down and you understand the scientific.
Just like 5 niggas eating a sandwich.
Right.
On the damn sandwich.
Right.
And these niggas be thinking they nose,
Man.
they ain't wash their
Digging in the
hands,
ass.
they wipe their ass, they wash their hands. You know, them type of cats go in the bathroom, sit on the toilet, come out, and just go right back in the store, stop touching on all the groceries.
Right.
Go to the rep, especially Esau.
I was just gonna say that.
Most things you don't stop to wash your own. Esau, I see them in the restaurant, the grocery store, they'll come right out the center, just go right back in the grocery.
We in the
They
spot.
picking up, checking shit out.
We in the spot. I guess Esau, a little soft ass, feel like a brother holding it up. So Pataka Law wash his hands. And he say, yo, you don't want those guys to wash his hands. Bro, the man just pissed.
Right.
How you make that?
So you're gonna take your piss spittle fingers,
Yo,
go touch on the door, go outside, shake people's hands, sit on the
saying?
bar with you. Right.
It's like in,
Nasty ass.
what's that movie, Blue Street, Martin Lawrence?
Oh, yeah,
He
Blue
had the preparation H all in his ass. And then he tried to shake his hand, he like, They do that shit on purpose. That's
No,
what
hell yeah.
they be all knowing they shit dirty to touch you. That shit nasty.
They just dirty. That's why they be so happy to touch your hand, to shake your hand. They vindictive like that. That's why he
Especially Amalek.
soft ass.
Amalek is the worst.
Yeah, them monster boys wild.
Amalek is the worst. I used to work with law firm full of the motherfuckers, man. They are the most unsanitary nation on the planet Earth. You know, you read the 13 tribes, and they come from rags.
Oh my God. I deliver food to these high rises, and these motherfuckers open the door, it's like a fucking filth coming like a garbage. Yeah, like fucking door.
Here you are living in $1 million condo on the 30th floor, 40th, 50th floor. And your shit look like that. Are you serious?
He had a shirt on stained like he been wearing it all week.
And their neighborhoods, man. Their neighborhoods.
Nice ass
Hey, man,
guy.
it's a rancid stench, man, because they got all the dogs and shit.
It's
Hey,
not like-
Amalek just be letting their dogs just shit all over the fucking sidewalk.
Yep.
All right, hey, man, when you go into these richer, upper class neighborhoods in Chicago, man, hey, it's just nasty as hell, man.
Yep.
You know, it would be nasty for what the city, they enlist people to come and spray the sidewalks and pick up the garbage, man. Not what they do in Jake neighborhoods. They just let Jake neighborhoods just be fucked up, man. You know, and if they didn't enlist those people to go work and pick that shit up and get the dogs, man, Esau's neighborhood would be 10 times worse than Jake's neighborhood.
That's right.
You know, hey, this man is wicked, man. He's filthy, man. All right, he's a goddamn beast, man. They showed you that in the book of Daniel, man. All right, Nebuchadnezzar, he was a shadow of things to come as far as Esau, man. He turned into a complete fucking beast, a brute. All right, hairy as fuck, couldn't speak. All right, took all his wit, all his wisdom from him, man. That was a foreshadowing of when Esau came in.
Yeah, because he said it after he broke him down, when he was giving the breakdown in Daniel 4:17, he said he set it up as basis of man. You know, that the time was he set up as basis of man. He didn't bring it up in the crowd.
I got something right behind you.
Alright. This is Daniel 4 and verse 17. This is Daniel 4 and verse 17. It says, this is the matter by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men.
Look at the condition of the earth. All right, the food chain and the health of the people collectively. All right, America was a paradise, man. It was another Eden. All right, but they got here. Look at the earth now. You know, after the after these men have been ruling. Look at the chaos and the confusion. All right, look at the state. Look at the state of not only women in general. Okay.
The men, look at the men.
And then there's a pregnant Edomite woman, homeless, begging for change in her own business. With
I
a
asked
mask
the niggas
on.
for money.
All right? So that just goes to show you. Bring that out, bro.
This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 8. It says, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. And that's what we're talking about, the pre-flood behavior, the influence of Cain. His tongue is walking through the earth right now. And people are the worst that they've ever been, man. So guess what? The most heinous destruction that has ever been recorded is on its way, man. So with that, we hope this was edifying. All praises, all glory, and all honor be unto
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Akakadash.